Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. In this session, we are going to understand what is the life cycle of any data science project. What is data science? That is working with the data. Data science is all about predicting the future outcome. That means what is going to happen in the future. Based on what? Based on the previous data. Okay. So we gather the previous data, we analyze the previous data, and then we try to predict that what will be the outcome in the future. That is what is a data science project. Now, to do any project, there are some steps. So, in this class, we will understand what are the steps of any data science project. Okay, first we have to formulate the problem. Let's say you want to know that in an organization the employees are leaving, but you want to know why the employees are leaving. So, your problem is to formulate why the employees are leaving. Because if you solve that problem, then you can take measure so that employee doesn't leave. Okay, now you have to gather the data like collecting data regarding the employees for how long they are working, in which project they are working, how is their performance, how is related to their promotion. It can be anything, but you have to gather the data. And from where can you gather the data? So you have to identify the sources. Maybe the organization may give or any third party who is maintaining their data. So you have to find the source and you have to collect the data. Fine. Once you gather the data can be in CSV format, the data can be in Excel format, the data can be in JSON format, data can be in database. So whatever in format it is, you have to convert it to a data frame and you have to make it ready for the project. Fine. After your data is ready, after your data frame is ready, then we will do exploratory data analysis. We know about data frame because while doing pandas library, we created a data frame. You remember data frame looks like a table containing rows and columns. Okay. So in whichever format you get the data from your sources, you have to convert it to a data frame. Fine. Once it is done, you have to do the exploratory data analysis. It has many steps, like you have to first discover the data. So you have to find the number of rows, the number of columns, what types of data you have, what is the minimum value in any column, maximum value, what is the median value. Like this, different kind of facts and figures you have to first discover from the data. That comes under data discovery. This is the first part of EDA. Okay. Next, you can structure the data. Like if you need to change the data, if you need to sort the data, those things comes under data structuring. After you have done, then you can do data cleaning. Like your data may contain blank values, your data may contain missing values. If you find missing values, then you may try to fulfill that values. You may try to ask the sources that why there is a missing value. You can ask for the value. If you don't get, you may delete that related column or you may replace this by mean, median, mode. Okay, so you have many techniques. These things we will learn. But these are the process comes under any project. Okay. Next, you have to find whether there is any duplicacies or any incorrect data type. So after you clean the data, because whenever you get the data that is in raw format, there will be loads of problems. In fact, most of the time in a project, you have to spend with data analysis, data cleaning, data discovering, data structuring, data joining. Next step is data joining. Joining you may merge, you may concat, you may add two data frames. Okay, so these comes under data joining. And after every step you do, you again change that the whether the data is valid. Valid means it depends on your project what you want to do. Depending on that, whether the data is valid, maintaining the expected quality. Okay, and finally, you can also present the data. Present the data like you did heat map while doing Seaborn library, correlation, finding the correlation, finding covariance, doing different kind of univariate or multivariate analysis. Univariate analysis means you are working with a single column. Multivariate, more than one column. You can plot different kind of graphs. We did using Seaborn, Matplotlib. Okay, so all these things present the data. You understand the data, you understand the hidden pattern, you find column is related to another column, and also you can share your insights with your shareholders, with your clients. You can show them what are the features you have found from the data set. Okay, but there is no fixed rule in EDA. Okay, after you clean the data, you may plot the data. After you plot the data, you may find something error. You again come back for cleaning the data, for again discovering the data. Okay, so these things may overlap. Any steps can be performed after another step. Okay, these are the basic steps we have to do while analyzing the data. Clear? Next is feature engineering. Feature engineering is very crucial. Feature engineering can be divided into three types like generating features, transforming features, selecting the features. Okay, these things we will understand later in details. Like you have the columns, but you have to understand which columns, which features are the most relevant for you. and which are not relevant. If anything you found that it is not so relevant, you can simply remove that. If you find that you need some other kinds of data, like suppose you have date of birth, but if you have the age, then it will be very easy for you to analyze the data. So you can just simply calculate the age from the date of birth column. Okay, so these types of things comes under feature engineering. That also very important part of any project. Fine. After you have done, after you have cleaned the data, after you have plotted the data, after you have analyzed, after you have found information, after you have created features, now your data is ready for modeling. Now modeling means different kind of algorithms applied on the data, and those algorithms find the relationships, and then it predicts what will be the future outcome. Fine. There are many algorithms and we will study them. Okay. Here you have to split the data into training set, into testing set, and you have to do some hyperparameter tuning. You have to optimize the performance. Once you have done all these things, then you evaluate the model. Like, what is the performance matrix? You may have to calculate the precision value, recall value, accuracy value, like how the data is performing. Because if the data is not performing, you may check another model. If the data is performing well, then you are fine. Okay, so you evaluate the model. This is the stage 5. And after everything, you have to deploy the model because you want others to use the model. Okay, so you have to integrate the model with the existing applications. You have to check whether it is scalable or not. You have to maintain proper documentation. Also, you have to monitor in a regular basis. You have to maintain the model. Okay, so these are the steps you have to follow to do any complete data science related project. Fine. This is a very basic overview. Now our job will be to study all the stages in details. Fine. Today we have understood what is the problem. Our problem is to find whether an employee will leave the company or will stay in the company. If you have seen my project, then I have done exactly this project, and I will take this project as an example to make you understand all these steps. Okay. So meet in our next video. Till then, bye. Happy learning.